Let's go be great. Let's go be great. Great. Hands up like it's 12 noon. No. It's not funny. It's not funny. I've got school.
Floor 1.
Can I do this? This is way off. So I'm seeing. Greetings and salutations. Man, it's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. With all the adventures and stuff that I've had going on, it's hard to keep up. Just can't keep up. So I know that I've said, oh man, I got so much content coming. And I do, but depending on how busy I've been, it's just been like so hard to actually like film said content. So when I say I have content coming, that means that I have a literal like laundry list of everything that I'm trying to film, everything that I'm trying to get to, everything that I want to say and put out there in the world and have floating around in the ethos. That's what I'm going for, and it's a long list. But physically, I just haven't been in a place where I'm able to get that done. But that day is coming very soon, and I'm starting today because I am in muggy Orlando, Florida, and I'm here for one of the awesomest events I've ever been to. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so blessed and thankful. You guys are gonna want to see this. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit me. Muggy Orlando, Florida. That's right, people. I'm at the Halo convention. This is the best players in the world that are competing bracket style. I think it's double elimination to go to the World Classics for the Halo Championship. We have a prize pool of about $300,000. The top 20 teams play out. Winner plays for like, I want to say $175,000. So we had this culture where it was just like, oh, that's cute, you play video games and you're a professional gamer, but now it's just like, no, there are real players out here making real paydays, whether it's winning scholarships or stacking up cash or just bragging rights. These guys are literally out here to play video games, and it happens to be one of the most impactful video games of a generation. Just changed the actual game, changed the whole scene, and I'm here. Flew in last night / this morning, and I want to cover this thing. I want to be here for this. I want to see it up close and personal. Let's go. I've got a lot of, I don't know what's happening there. I don't know. I don't care who you are. Okay, I am all sorts turned around. This is, what? Grace Harper. Does she play Halo? That's what I want to know. This is a big convention center, and it takes up like, it's one convention center. It takes up two sides of the street, so it's just like you can be on East Convention Center or West Convention Center, and it's like under the same. I'm gonna sky bridge this. I'm gonna sky bridge it. I'm pulling an audible. I'm sky bridging. My Halo sense is tingling that it will be across the street because whoever Grace Hopper is, I don't think she's a gamer. I've never heard of her. And my sense is telling me that I'm not gonna get it right the first time, but if you give me a second. Oh my gosh. Listen, can I be honest with you? My thick Alaskan blood, it doesn't cope with this muggy southern, like, I know, like, it's supposed to be like tropical and awesome, and yeah, sure, it's Florida, but then I'm just like, it's Florida, I'm done. But that convention center was very well ventilated, so I'm hoping that the other side of the street is also well ventilated with AC pumping. You can't be gaming with no muggy conditions. Some people do, not me. All right now, I'm just saying. I'm not breathing hard, I'm kidding. It's just the heat. It's just the heat of it all, is what I'm saying. Okay. Sky Bridge achieved. Let's go get it. I mean, you know, view-wise, this place ain't bad. You know, I like it, but it's, I just think it turns into bullshit, the whole stepping outside thing. I should have brought a hotel tag. Oh, if I had a towel with me, oh, I'd dab myself with that sweet, sweet towel. Okay, so see, this is where you don't want to get lost out here. Okay, you'll make it to the destination and you'll be all like, oh cool, I made it to the destination, and you'll be like, nope, it's across the street, and you'll be like, oh cool, it's across the street, and then you'll be like, no, wrong one. And it was like, you don't want to get lost out here, because it's just like, you got to go back outside, you got to get muggy all over again. I'm lucky I'm wearing a black t-shirt, because these pit stains are atrocious. So I was like, oh man, what a swanky joint. What a swanky joint to hold this at the Hyatt. And there's like, yeah, convention center still across the street. And I was just like, I just sky bridged across here, and somebody at that Grace Hopper thing was just like, I don't think it's happening over here, because this whole thing has been Grace Hopper, Grace Hopper all day. I was just like, well, it's gotta be here, because it's not at the Hyatt. So now what's the procedure? I'm gonna go back across the street. I'm not gonna sky bridge it. I'm just gonna be like, look, Halo, I'm here for you. And I looked for you in the mugginess of Florida. I feel good though. I took a long nap. We got in at 6 a.m. and then I was like, all right, sleep till noon and I can get to it. But then my hygiene regimen takes a while. I like that you guys think that I'm like super cool and awesome and I just roll out of bed. But this hair doesn't. You turn to north. Okay. This hair doesn't just happen, is what I was saying. But now I'm looking at this thing, and it was like, hey, if you're going over to, I said, hey, if you're going Grace Hopper, I said, hey, go to this concourse. But if you're going to the Halo thing, you turn to north. So we're riding north. You dig that? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna not go to Grace. I'm gonna take a left, and then I'm just gonna walk until I see something cool. That's the gameplay that's gotten me this far. You know, I ain't made it this far in life without just walking, seeing something cool, and being like, yeah, I'll do that. Again, it's beautiful out here. Look how beautiful this is. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It was West Concourse because I need to go Sons, we ride north in the heat. Scowls in disbelief. This better be up here, I swear on everything. Orlando. Okay. So this guy was like, go across the street. It's on the corner, up yonder. So it feels, okay, so let's, like, you know, these confusing signs where you're just all like, I'm from a small town. You have one, maybe two convention centers, and there's only one of them. You don't have one convention center underneath the umbrella, and then you chop it into four different, you know, it's wild. So then you're just like, okay, I'm at the place. I'm at the Carlson Center. I'm at the Civic Center. And you're just like, that's it, you've arrived. But here it's just like, I'm at the convention center. It's like, okay, well, where are you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm here. I made it. Let me in! Let me in! So I took some stairs that led me to a sky bridge, that led me to this bridge, that led me to this thing. Still hot, but I feel like I'm getting closer. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Okay, this has gotta be it, right? South Concourse, North Concourse. Can I get? Okay, just let me in the building. Just put me in the building. Let me drip some of this sweat off, and then I'll be saved. North Concourse. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm seeing the arrows, just not arrows that I want. I'm gonna ask this guy. You know. So you can't make it to the north from the south because there's another show. Michael, did you go to that convention? Yeah, man. Did I ever? How was it? It was a lot of walking, but it was fun. I had fun. I'm thankful for new opportunities. I'm thankful for new opportunities and not riding on a Segway because that would be way too easy. I don't understand why I can't ride on a Segway. Must be nice. I'm fine. It's fine. This is fine. We're good. Just like 3 more miles to go, and we are golden. Obviously I'm gonna buy a shirt. Well, obviously I'm gonna buy a thing.
Hold the beds or the wristband? Okay, got you.
Veg.
I don't think this is I think better than the conversation. They are a fantastic team. These 4 players all fight for the back. That's what they do. They put it on the line for each other. I think it's a really good thing to see. Congrats to the season.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, that is big stuff in Hobby. So really excited to see who else is going to be climbing up into their floors, especially as we get on later in the day. I'm excited to see some more action. Like I say, 3-0s across the board. 3-0s. Where are the Halo gods when you need them? I want some big flies on set. I know, it's your fault. It's completely your fault. We'll see what the Halo gods produce for us on the main stage very shortly, because up next we do have Sentinels versus G2 yet again. You see on the main stage at 3-0, can we get something a bit more? So I've always these just strong.
Sorry.
I trade all of it.
This chick is a sick individual. Let me switch up the game. I drink that cone. Step back cause I might put it on. I go deep, so deep, count sheet with you.
Don't let the coolness fool you. I'm still hot. Golly. Nothing's happening on the main stage right now. Everything's doing. Today's Friday, and it's just pool day. Where do these guys go? Where do the brackets separate? But this event hall is massive.
Yeah, and full control. This goes right back to what we were talking about before, right? That if you let FaZe get comfortable, you're going to see guys like Spartan pop off, be able to get himself 9 kills in the early part of the game. Meanwhile, on the other side of the no one has really been able to differentiate themselves from the rest of the pack. They've been struggling to try and find answers where they can, and this is really a predicament that, in a sense, just simply could not find themselves in at the early part of this series. Granted, it is still early days. We have plenty more game left to go here, but you have to wonder if you're saying how do you downstream in the middle of your money here, man? Because you're losing these fights, you're taking these one-on-ones, you're getting constantly double team. There really just isn't anything that you can try to get the opening here. And they will shut down the door. I'm beyond one. I'm going to this one. I said this is the best thing I can do.
So far, tons and tons of action happening on the main stage in this arena. It is absolutely pumping. There is so many people. We have a full crowd. We've had an exceptional first game, second game, third third game. We're pretty much halfway through the day now. I'm joined by, though, on this expert analyst desk, Goofy, Gaskin and Walshy to talk through all of the games that we've been seeing. But it's been 3-0, as I talked about before the break, 3-0 sweeps across the board. And when I looked at the schedule, I was expecting more from this. Are you a little bit kind of shocked with the results we've been seeing? Not really any games going in favor of people.
So I did expect Ascend to be able to at least take a game off of Optic, but obviously Optic, one of the favorites coming into this weekend to win the whole thing. And the other favorite that we're about to watch is Sentinels going up against G2 here next. So we may have another sweep on the horizon, but maybe Gilkey and the boys have something to say about that.
Yeah, they might have something to say, but they are going to have to face the Titans, the champions from Kansas City, and that is going to be Sentinels. We will focus on these guys first, but we know exactly what to expect when it comes to Sentinels. You know, they tend to be a little bit slower out of the gates on day 1 and day 2, but they do start to find their groove. But what do you think the Sentinels roster are going to bring to day 1? What do you want to see out of them that maybe you haven't seen at land so far?
Well, we saw Sentinels, obviously the reigning champions of the last HCS major, and just the dynastic team that they are, right? It was surprising to see them lose game 1 against Navi earlier, but they rebutted after that, won 3 straight, closed up the series 3-1 off the Alpha stream, of course. But coming into this series, I expect to see them not even drop a game, really, now that they've hit their stride after the initial bumpy start, losing to Navi in game number 1. I expect Sentinels to really kind of go back into their form that we've seen them kind of going into the Grunt Classic, of course, falling a little bit short to Optic. But Sentinels is here to prove a point. They want to win back-to-back majors going into Worlds, and what a story would it would be if Sentinels can close out the first season with 3 major victories.
It certainly would be a crazy story. And I've got to say, in terms of the story coming into this, we've only really got that first matchup to show for it against Navi. They did go down, like you said, Goofy, that first map. Is that the classic sleepy Giants, Gaskin? Do you read too much into that?
European teams are good, Bob. I passed Snake by earlier backstage. I was like, hey, can you stop dropping games to these European guys? And he was like, hey, look, they're getting better every event, and he's not wrong. I don't think it should be something we say is a...
Yeah, that was the other thing.
Like, there's no shot that you can on the internet. No, we haven't played at all.
Okay. All of that was super, super epic. Day 1 not complete. I know there's going to be a couple more games. But even when I'm like streaming and watching this whole thing like at home, I'm like, okay, well, I'll catch the main event later. Pretty tired now. Think I'll go home, like that kind of thing. My initial thoughts, everything's awesome, everything's cool. I was able to meet some of the people over there, some of the people that I saw from streams from like Raleigh, Anaheim. Met Blaze, met Lottie, met Walshy. Like, Walshy's just such an old school player where he's just like, yeah, when Halo 2 was released and I was playing competitively, and I was like, yeah, I know, like when I was a junior in high school, I was watching your highlight reels, like that kind of thing. But then I was like, Blaze, how do I become a personality? Like, who do I need to be talking to? He gave me some pointers, and like, you need to know what game you like, you need to know what style you're about, and then from there, people reached out to him, kind of thing, where like he was competitively gaming at 16, and then just had somebody that was just like, hey, I like your energy, do you want to be a host? And he was like, yeah, sounds good. Lottie's from UK, met her, And then like I'd messaged these people before where I was like, hey, I messaged you wondering like, not how do I take your job from you, but like, how do I get on that level? What do I need to be doing to elevate my game? Because this is a blast and I love it. And then Lottie was able to give me some, like, she was like, okay, well, here's my entire backstory. Here's what I went through. Starting over at the UK, starting at Gfinity. And you're like, oh, so this was door opened up, and then she went from Gfinity and she went to Call of Duty. She did Call of Duty for 2 years, but then she really liked Halo more than she liked Call of Duty. So CWL was just like, okay, let me just switch over to Halo. So she's been doing this as a desk host. And then I was like, yeah, I reached out to you and I was like, what's up? And then she was like, oh, well, I never see that. And I get a lot of stuff. But she was like, yeah, message me on Twitter and then I can put you in touch with some people. I was like, say less. So I'm gonna explore that, see what I can do. Or it's just like, look, this is a weekend event and it's contract basis kind of thing where you're like, okay, cool vibes and cool people. And if I'm a flight attendant catching flights and I'm like, hey, I need to bid for this weekend off or this week off because there's a tournament. And then the next tournament, like this is qualifying for, this qualifies you for World's happening in Seattle. I already told him, I was like, you better, hey, get ready to see me up there too, because I'm gonna get a all access pass to that one too. So I'm excited, I'm stoked, I'm here, it's real. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go back to the hotel, grab a burger. I got two Gatorades. Receipt came up as $8 even. I was like, boy, at these prices, I'll die. So I'm going back to the hotel, and I'm gonna do go ahead and do the little bar scene there, check out some stuff. If I wrap up the burger in enough time, then I'll make the 0.7 mile, 0.7 mile, 3/4 of a mile to get over here, I swear. I mean, it's a good view, and it's like cool and stuff, but also like, not that like a mile's far, but it feels far in this heat. But if I'm pacing myself as I walk, so I'm just like, if I don't walk fast enough, then I won't sweat that much. And that's just science. So I'm gonna check in with the burger. Then I'm gonna see who's on the agenda up here, because I'm like, am I walking back for a good game or a mediocre game? And Papa don't want to be doing all that walking. But if it's a walking for the benefit of networking and maybe an all access pass, I could walk. We'll see.